What's up, you guys? Thanks so much for tuning in today's video. KSquad, what's up? I hope everybody out there is doing well. If you're new here, I'm Kara from K's Ways, where I like to inspire you to do it your way. Today's video is going to be a declutter video. You won't be seeing my face most of the video, but I did want to come in and say hey, because I actually closed off the video. What happened was I had ended up decluttering last week, and I'm trying to condense this room. I actually just recently, let me see, can I tell you? So I just made my home office over there. Yes, I am drinking a glass of wine. Mind your business. But yeah. So I just didn't want to be too claustrophobic and cluttered in here. So I ended up, just really buckling down. So last week I did the first part of the declutter, and then I went ahead and did some more this morning actually. But I just got in with the family. So I was like, let me go ahead, show these guys what I decluttered earlier this morning, so I can go ahead, throw it out in the garbage and get that stuff over and done. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a declutter because I'm not sure, I didn't even edit the first part of the video as of yet, so I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. If you're curious, details of the phase, but I'll also have them listed and linked down in the comment section for you below. Definitely stay tuned to the channel. If you're new here, subscribe. I was loving my face today, guys. Like, when I tell you, first of all, I have on the Patrick Star, what is it, the One Size powder. I love that foundation powder. My bronzer is the LYS Beauty bronzer. The blush is that new NARS, the holiday palette. I've been playing around with them blushes, and I feel like it kind of faded away, but then it still looks good. But I think it just fits. I'm enjoying that palette. I thought I wasn't at first, but it depends on the brush you use with it. Let me know again if y'all want to see a video on that palette. Oh, the highlight is from that palette too. So the highlight and the blush is from that palette. Again, I have on the Dior lipstick, and I use the MAC Cyber World lip liner. That's the liner that I have on. And that was basically all that I did to my face, but I just love how it came out. So anyway, I'm rambling, guys. I just, I love coming on camera and talking to you guys. And yeah, that was my quick little intro to this video. Just wanted to pop in, say what's up to you guys. And so go ahead, get your plate, grab a snack, get you some wine like I did, and enjoy the declutter, guys. And I hope to catch each and every one of you on the next video. What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday, KSquad. Thanks so much for tuning in today's video. Today we are decluttering some things out of my collection. I have a whole bunch of skincare on this side that I went through. If you saw my video, can you see up here? I'm not sure. Can you see right here? Well, I have this thing here, and I'll link a video up above that I keep my skincare in that I got from Amazon. I got rid of some stuff in there, and I also went through my drawers, just some things that I may have opened, never went back to using, they probably expired, so I'm just going to get rid of some stuff. And I also have some face palettes over here, so let's get right into it. This first product, hopefully this natural lighting is okay. I really can't tell, and I hope it really is. So this first product here is the Fat Glow Facial from Ole Henriksen. I think that's how you say it. So this is a face mask, which I really did like. I just prefer the Drunk Elephant, what is it, the BHA mask that they have better, but this is a gentler version of that, and I did enjoy it while I used it. I got it from BoxyCharm. I haven't had BoxyCharm in probably over a year at this point, and this expires in 12 months, and I know I opened it. It's probably been 2 years since I had this, honestly, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Sad to see it go. Next up, I have the Summer Fridays. This is their jet lag mask. This was my introduction to Summer Fridays. You guys know I'm addicted to their lip balms, the butter balms that they have, so good. But this was my first introduction to it, and I used quite a bit of the tube of the face mask, and I enjoyed it. It was really nice and hydrating. I think what took place of this for me was the Pharmacy Honey Potion mask. And quickly touching on that Pharmacy mask, I don't know if you remember, I purchased the updated version of it this year, and I don't find like it's as good as the original was. I can't stand when companies actually make a really good product, then they change something up and it's just not the same. That's how I feel about this mask. I'm still getting through it, but it's not as much as a favorite anymore. It doesn't give like the other one. When you rubbed it in, it used to warm up. I don't get that warming up sensation when I use this, nor does it leave like that glossy finish after I take it off. Like for me, it was like, honey is supposed to be like super nourishing, super hydrating. I don't feel like I get this anymore from the Pharmacy mask. So I just wanted to throw that out there, because I don't think I updated you guys on that in a lot of my recent updates. so much stuff to update you guys on, so I like to throw those little tidbits in these kind of videos. But yeah, this one also says it's good for 12 months after opening. If I'm not mistaken, I used this probably like 2-3 years ago, same as that. So yeah, time for that to go. Another mask is the Glam Glow mask, and this, funny enough, this is all stuff that I got from BoxyCharm. A lot of this stuff is actually stuff that I got from BoxyCharm. So the fact that I haven't had BoxyCharm in over a year, I know it's time for these things to go. But I did get a good use of this mask here. I use it a lot actually. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so maybe a little easier to see because I'm using natural lighting. So sorry about that, guys. So I did use a pretty good amount of this mask. This really didn't do as much hydrating. I would actually use it as a mask but leave it on, so it would be more like a leave on hydrating mask for me because it has the probiotics. I like to get any kind of vitamins I can into my skin. I'm down for that, so I would use this more as like an overnight mask, and it did really good. I like the way it smelled. It still actually smells a little berry-ish. Like, this one actually says it's good for 24 months. Maybe I should keep this one because it doesn't smell bad. Like I said, I still smell the berries in this one, so this I'm gonna keep as a possibility. Hold on. This is the Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster Watermelon Green Tea and Pineapple Serum. I used a pretty decent amount of it. Like, I'm all the way down here in the bottle, but then I started using other vitamin C's, and then I ended up forgetting about this. And when it comes to stuff like that, like vitamin C's, I don't find like they have such a long shelf life. But it was a nice little serum to add onto my skin. This doesn't say an expiration date on here, so just for that, it makes me leery because I know BoxyCharm be getting stuff old as it's already. Another product that I did get from BoxyCharm, and yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. This Bite Agave Intensive Lip Mask. This was part of a holiday set that I had got maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. So I know this is time for this to go, and I was never really a fan of this lip mask. It's thick and sticky, and it really doesn't do as much hydrating as I would like a mask to do, so that's gonna go. This was sent to me from the company. This is from Urban RX. This is their Hydrofirm Brightening Serum. Another serum that I just didn't really gel with too much. I mean, it was a really thin, lightweight texture, but it had hyaluronic acid and alpha arbutin. I'm probably saying that wrong. Arbutin. So, I wasn't like 100% sold on this serum, so it's just time for that to go. Another serum, this is a serum that I got from BoxyCharm, but I used the mess out of this one. I'm like halfway done through the jar, and I'm mad that I let this one go. So this is the Sunday Riley A+ High Dose Retinoid Serum, and I would use this. It's a blue bottle to remind you that you're supposed to use it overnight, and when things are in like the dark bottle, it's being protected a little bit longer, but here the shelf life, once you open it, is 12 months, and I know I've had this for like a couple of years at this point, so yeah, it's time for that to go. Sad to see it go, but it is. I'm sad to see this go too. This is the Biosan Squalene and BHA Pore Minimizing Toner. I actually was using this a lot this summer, and you can see I used a pretty decent amount. Like, it's way underneath where the label is, so I used a pretty good amount of this bottle. But again, it's just something that has been sitting around for a long time. Shelf life on this is 12 months, and when it comes to like my skincare and stuff, I like my things to be fresh. That's a reason why I buy a lot of minis, because I like to buy it and use it up. These big bottles like this, it takes a long time to get through these kind of things because I rotate my skincare, so I'm not using the same thing every day, and for that reason a lot of stuff goes bad. But if they had a half-size bottle of this, I would repurchase this again because I did like this. This is a nice gentle exfoliant that minimizes pores. And if you are struggling with pores, I don't even know, do they still sell can y'all see any of this stuff? Do they even still sell Saturday Skin in Sephora? I haven't seen a Saturday Skin product in a while. I am using a moisturizer from, I should just keep that open. I'm using a moisturizer from Saturday Skin right now. I just opened this over the summer, so I know this is nice and fresh, so I feel comfortable with continuing to use this, and I think I'll be able to go through that. Moisturizer is something that I'm always throwing on because you just never know when you're going to wash your face. Especially me with my allergies, I be having to wash my face at any given time. So to have a good moisturizer is always a need. But this Pore Control Complex, this 10% glycolic acid from Saturday Skin, when I tell you this like got my pores in shape, anytime I felt like my pores was like overexposed or anything like that, when I tell you this Saturday Skin was the best for that. So sad to see this go, but this is just another, same reasoning as the other products. They just sat around for too long. Shelf life on this is also 12 months. What most skincare products do have a shelf life of 12 months because again, those active ingredients, they tend to expire. So sad to see it go, but it has to. Another one that I used a lot of, like a lot of this is gone. So this is the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Sleeping Mask. I don't even think they make this mask anymore because I never see it like in the stores. But this is a really good overnight mask as well. After you finish with your skincare, you go ahead and top it off with this. And your skin is nicely protected. You wake up the next day, your skin feels nice and plump. So I really did enjoy that. I like Glow Recipe products for the most part. So again, another product I'm sad to see go, but it is time for it to go because this is expired. This was a sample of Proteini Peptide Resurfacing Serum. I swore I wanted to try this when I got this sample, and I think I might have used it like once or twice and then just let it sit there. And I don't know how I feel about that, just letting it sit there. I think this is like a newer product to Drunk Elephant, but I haven't bought Drunk Elephant products in a minute now that I think about it. I used to love their products, but I haven't bought it in a minute. So I'm just like, okay, this can go. And then the last skincare product here is the Murad City Skin Overnight Detox Moisturizer. I never was a fan of how this one smelled. This is one that I would use at night. Of course, it has like that little pump situation, the air, what is it called? Like the airless pump situation to let the moisturizer come out. And it did a good job at nightly moisturizing. It's supposed to be a detox moisturizer. I don't know what that means. Like, you know, try to, well, I guess detox is good cleansing. I don't know. But this was an overnight moisturizer that I used. But like I said, I never was a fan of the smell, and there's nothing that like excites me about this. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into the palettes. I have 6 palettes here. So if you remember when I was doing my declutter series, I had changed this drawer from being powders to the face palettes. Well, that was driving me nuts because I hardly ever reach for face palettes, so I went ahead and changed it back to the powder drawer. So I got my powders in there. And as I was trying to find room for my palettes, I was like, you know what, it's time to get rid of some. So the Last Sleep palette, I used to love this palette, so that was why this was one of the 3 that made it through the declutter, but it is time for it to go. Like, who am I fooling? I'm never going to use this again. The creams are pretty dried out. I did swatch it already, so I'm not going to swatch it now. This was such a good palette, guys. I love this one. This one is in the shade Cleopatra's Kiss. Yes, I say it was for all of us queens, Cleopatra's, okay? So this was such a good palette, guys. And I don't know even if Sleep Makeup is still around. So yeah, it's time for that to go. This was the Makeup Revolution and Patricia Bright collaboration that they did. This was her collection. They had a collaboration, and this was their Dusk Till Dawn palette. And this was like a blush. This was a blush, bronzer, and highlighting palette. And I should have got the one that was the shade above this because this really deep, right? Like really deep. So they did good with the shades. And that's one thing. Makeup Revolution, I know they're known for their bronzers. I don't have any of them. I'm not like the hugest fan of Makeup Revolution, but I did want to support the collaboration. So does she even do makeup anymore? I know she was doing home videos at some point. I don't know. But yeah, I did want to support the collaboration, and I don't use this anymore. I didn't use it when I got it, honestly. Like I said, it was too deep for me. I never took it back, so that's gonna go. I have this NARS palette. This was in, oh yeah, Voulez-vous coucher à mes voix ce soir. Every time I see this palette, I think of that. That's the name of it, so I always gotta sing it. So this palette, first of all, is broken, like all of the rest of my NARS packaging. But this blush was my favorite, which was Dolce Vita, right? The Dolce Vita blush. I actually have Dolce Vita in the liquid form of blush, which I'll be pulling for the fall because I love that shade. And being that I have the liquid blush, there's really no need for me to have this in this palette that I never reached for. The eyeshadow formula wasn't the greatest. Well, I wasn't the greatest at eyeshadows back then either, but this is super expired and old. Shelf life is 24 months on this palette, and I've had this well over 5, 6, maybe even 7 years. So that's gonna go. This Pure Dark Deep palette. This was their 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Powders face palette. Guys, I got this in a BoxyCharm, and same thing with this. I think this was just a little bit too deep for me. I would try to mix these bronzers, but it would still come off a little too deep. Not a fan of gold highlighters, like I keep telling you guys. And even this powder wasn't even like a skin tone shade powder. It was a little bit deeper than my skin tone. So this is the dark deep version. I wish I would have got the deep version because I think I would have got more use out of it. But being that I don't use it, it's going to go ahead and leave my collection. This palette, oh my goodness, this is another one of those palettes that's probably like 6, 7, 8 years old, okay? This was a part of Tarte's holiday collection. I couldn't even tell you when, but I used to love this palette. When I tell you this one, when I open it up, it's gonna be all busted and bruised up. Like, I used to use this like crazy. Even the bronzer, guys. Back then, like, you know, we didn't have that many options, so this was a good bronzer that I would use. But then I would just mix these blushes, and they were so soft, and they last a good amount of time on your cheeks. And I just thought these were really blendable and really good. Like, I love this palette, and the camera always makes things look better than they really do in real life, which is a good thing, because you would really see how busted and beat up this one is. And I've held on to this for so long, but I really don't use it, and I don't see me going to use it. So sadly, this is one of the palettes that is gonna go. But this is nostalgia right here, guys. This is early YouTube. I would say, like, what, 2013, 14, 15, around there, yo. That's when I used to use this palette like heavy. And then last but not least is the palette that you guys see me feature in one of my recent videos, the Hourglass video. If you haven't seen the Tiger palette for the Holiday 2022 collection, I'll link that up in the card so you guys can check that out. But I'll show you guys comparisons. And this one is volume 1 of the Hourglass ambient lighting palettes. And it's just super old. I don't use these colors. These are not colors that I'm like forced to use anymore. Now that I have my volume 3, I have them nice here and handy. Volume 3 right there, beautiful. And then my Tiger palette, full video on it on my channel. So volume 1 is officially gonna leave my collection, and we had fun. But again, that's another busted and beat up palette that I used the mess out of. I think there's like dust flying in my face just from opening it from them finely milled powders. The ambient lighting powders are so beautiful on the skin though, and it's just gonna go just because. Should I just keep it? Should I keep it in here? I mean, it fits, right? Nah, it's gonna go. I don't use it. I'm not gonna reach for it. I'm not gonna open it. And like I said, they're just like super old. It's time for it to go. So that is my little pile of things that I will be decluttering from my collection. I don't think I'll be decluttering like too much more, but this was stuff that I really didn't declutter.
2 weeks later.
You guys, so 1 week later, I went through again. I had to be a little bit more cutthroat with this because I wanted to condense my skincare drawer down to 1 drawer. So I really have 1.5. Yeah, 1.5, I would say, maybe 2. But it's much better than the 4 that I started. So really quickly, well, I don't know how quick this is going to be, but I'm going to start back here. I do have one of the candles that we burned. You know, I bought a couple of the Bubbly Rosé, which I love, from Bath and Body Works, and that is ready to go. That's like an empties, but I didn't want to save it for empties because I just want to get rid of the stuff. I've been doing tons of cleaning in this room. I actually condensed my little makeup area down to 3 drawers instead of 4, so it's 3 sets of 5 drawers. If you go back to like my old room tour and stuff, I still have the same drawers, so you can go look at that stuff, check it out. But I got my drawers from Michael, and I know nowadays they sell them on Amazon, so if I can find the links, I'll put them down below. I got my garbage bag nice and handy because I'm going to get rid of this stuff and let my stuff be nice and clean. Yo, so when I was cleaning up, how I found a ColourPop box here full of stuff. How I found this box full of ColourPop stuff. So I'm going to go through this stuff, and actually I'm going to use what I can, you know, I'm going to keep what I can and get rid of what I can't. So I've never used this. This is the ColourPop Press Powder Face, and this is their bronzer actually. So you know I love a good bronzer. I'm definitely going to hang on to that and get some use out of that. I have a couple of palettes in here. So this is the You Had Me at Hello palette. Oh, it's like a nice neutral palette, so I can rock with that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Then we have the Femme Rosa Carucci and ColourPop. Wait a minute, did I use this? I might have used this palette. I remember the Carucci collection. I used a lot of it. I actually might have a video on my channel from it. So I think I used this already. This is a nice neutral, but leaning with the plums and stuff. So I'm gonna hang on to that too. Will I reach for it? We'll see. Oh, I remember I ordered this when ColourPop first came out with their mascara. Never tried it. This is the volumizing mascara. See, I'm funny when it comes to stuff in my eyes because, listen, I'm already blind. I don't need no help, you know? So this is what their mascara looks like. The BFF mascara. Oh, that looks like a nice wand too. But I'm not going to mess with it. Like I said, it was... Oh, it smells like, you know, that ink smell from mascara. I would love to try this, but I'm not going to damage my eyes. It's been that long. So this actually has my old address on it, and I've been living at this place for like what, 5-6 years now. I'm gonna just go ahead and let that go. I have some, I have a brow pencil here, which was one of my favorites. The only reason I stopped using this, I found that it wasn't long lasting. So like I would come home and like a chunk of my eyebrow is missing. It's like really, really smooth and waxy. That's why I really liked it. I am gonna put this in my brow drawer though, because it'll come in handy. Oh, I have some brushes in here. So some ColourPop brushes, which I knew I bought some and had never tried them. So this is more like a little blending brush here. And then this is a flat, kind of bigger flat shader brush. And that's the smaller version of the flat shader brush. So definitely gonna put some use to those. I actually just put those in my collection. These blushes, I used to love these blushes, the Super Shock cheek blushes, but look, it's all crumbled up in there, so that's gonna go. This one is a highlighter, Flexitarian. Used to be so bomb, guys. Flexitarian was the shit, but again, crumbled up and old. That's gonna go. This is another highlighter. This one is in Might Be, and they all look like shifting and crumbled up. So these Super Shocks are gonna go. I have 2 more blushes. I have Candyman, and then I have Prenup. But these are all gonna go. I don't reach for the Super Shock cheeks at all. So, oh look, one more in there. So this one is quarter. Oh, I used to like quarters. So that one is quarters, but we're gonna get rid of those. I'm also gonna get rid of the stick foundation at the top is off, because I'm pretty sure it's dry as heck. So I'm not even gonna bother with that. I have some of the concealers. These concealers used to be bomb, guys. I haven't used ColourPop concealers in a long time, but you can see they're all dried up in there. I have another one here. So they're all dried up in there. I'm not even gonna mess with that. Put them on my face. Sorry for the noise, it's gonna be noisy. This is the Boss Brow Gel. I never really liked their brow gel like that. I didn't feel like it did too much. And I did use this. I don't know if it's this particular one, but it's gonna go because, you know, it's okay. And then I have another one of their stick foundations. This one is in Dark 175. I don't know if that's gonna be my shade, and I'm not really a fan of stick foundation, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I wasn't missing it, so it don't make no sense. But I do like their lip colors. This one is their lipstick in the shade Velvet something. I can't read that. So it's number Y2K. Oh, maybe that's the name of it, Y2K. Anyway, can y'all see it? I'll see if y'all can see what I'm talking about. But that, oh, that's a pretty color too. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna keep that because that is my kind of shade. So I'm gonna hang on to that. But that is the whole ColourPop box there. I feel like I wasted money because, well, the Super Shock stuff, I think I was just gonna do like a full face of ColourPop and never got to it. So those stuff I was able to use, but like the stick foundations, the mascara, it was kind of a waste. Now the rest of the stuff that I was getting into, this is just all from my skincare drawer. I did go ahead and finish up my Sephora Q-tips right on time because the Sephora VIB sale is coming, and you know they be doing 30% off the Sephora collection. So I'm definitely gonna get more Q-tips. I put the Q-tips right here in my little organizer that I keep on top here, and that was the rest of what I had in the box. So I went ahead and put that. And if you're curious, I got this little holder here from Outta, actually. Outta sells these, and I think it's cute. It got the rose gold bottom and everything. I have this Love Script, Your Body is a Temple, Worship It. This is a body wash that I had got from BoxyCharm. I did try it. I found like it was really, really heavily perfumed. And with that, I also felt like it kind of dried out my body. So it was something that I brought back into my room from the bathroom. Not that I needed it in my room. And apparently it just sat there and there's no point in me having it. So getting rid of that. I have this little kit here. This was actually a kit from Benefit, but inside this tin, I actually had like a whole bunch of tools. I had some tweezers. I had some, what's this, eyelash applicators. I have this thing from Tweezerman. You know this thing that you got it along your face and it's supposed to remove all the hair. I don't like that feeling. I'd rather just shave my face. So this is gonna go. I have some old tweezers, old razor hair. So this is stuff that, again, was just forgotten about. So that's gonna go. I don't even know why I was keeping this, but this is the razor that I use in case you're interested in knowing. I use the Flamingo razor, and it comes with the an extra head, which I am actually using the extra head now. It came with 2 of these blades actually, and I just need to go ahead and pick up some refills, but that is the razor that I have been using and liking. I'm telling y'all, I got my garbage bag right here. And just tossing stuff away as I talk to you about it. So I have a couple of these actually. These are the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. This one is pretty new, so I'm going to hang on to that because I think I opened that one after this, but obviously this one has been opened. I've been using it. I don't use micellar water too often. Maybe if I need to get rid of some swatches or something like that, but not really on my face. So this one has been open for a long time. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. A lot of this stuff is going to be stuff that I opened, I tried, didn't fall in love with, so I'm going to get rid of this. Like the Ulla Henriksen Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner. I know so many people that love this. I just never really got hit with this one, but you can tell I didn't really use a lot of it either, so I can't say I gave it that much of a try. But I wasn't the biggest fan. I've had this bottle forever, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. This Dr. Dennis Gross sunscreen, it's not for us girls. If you're melanin like me, this is not for us. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Another sunscreen that's not for us, the Shiseido. I wasn't really a fan of this, like the texture of it. I don't know, it was like, no, the Shiseido wasn't so bad actually. I know the Dr. Dennis Gross definitely wasn't, but the Shiseido wasn't so bad. This is just a sample that I had tested out and then I just forgot to use the whole bottle. Gonna get rid of that. The Fenty Skin Cleanser. I am not a fan of this Fenty Skin Cleanser. I love the packaging and everything. You just twist it and then it opens up and you can go ahead and squirt the cleanser out. But for me, this broke me out something serious. This, I think it was like just the fragrance that's included in this. This one broke me out so much. A lot of her products I use, like I have the Fat Water, I have the SPF. I love those. But for some reason, every time I use this cleanser, it just did not work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. This is the e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist. Now, I remember my top had dropped and I tried to use another top and it just was never the same. I wasn't like a huge fan of the setting mist, so I feel okay with getting rid of it. Like, I feel like it left like that artificial kind of sticky glow. Like, I don't know, that's how I can describe it to you guys. So this one is gonna go. Then another thing, I don't know if it's something with the e.l.f. products, but for some reason, oh, was that, I wonder, was this the top to this? Oh, look at that. So this is the top to this. This is another glow setting mist. I should try to use this. Oh no, but look, it comes out like that milky color. I don't know, it's probably old anyway. I had this open for a long time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Again, something else I wasn't missing and I feel okay to get rid of. I have some eye patches. These eye patches dried up on me, and if you've been around for, I would say maybe like 2 or 3 years, you may remember when Sephora had sent me the Peter Thomas Roth eye patches. They sent me the holiday, like the set of 3 in my Sephora order by accident in place of something else that I ordered, and they told me I can keep the set. This was actually the last one and it dried up on me. I'm so sad because I would have definitely used these eye patches, but these things is dry as heck. I don't know if y'all can like tell, but super dry. And I know, like I said, I've had these for about 2 or 3 years at this point, so I'm gonna definitely get rid of those. These Pixie for the eye patches, I was using these as well, but I feel like they dried up on me. So you can see I'm like halfway through the tub, and those dried up. There's like no liquid. When I first used them, they were really like emollient and it had that liquid and it just felt like really good under the eyes, but halfway through the jar it ended up drying up on me. Maybe I didn't use it fast enough, could be my fault, but it is what it is. Something else from Pixie, this is the Vitamin C Tonic, and you can see, I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's still sealed and it's plastic and everything. But with it being a vitamin C, just from the color of it, I think it went bad at this point. So I'm not even going to try to use that on my face. I had got a set from Milk Makeup. I think it was like for the holidays or something. It had came with like 3 products. And I used the melatonin, I think it was like a melatonin sleep mask that they had. I like that. But this one, this is the Watermelon Brightening Face Mask. I don't think it was a face mask. Look, that's dried up in there like crazy. So I can't even use that if I wanted to. I'm not pressed though. This something else. I remember having this before I moved, and I just told y'all I moved like 5-6 years ago. So this has to go. This is the Pure Hydrogel Lift. Something that I always said I wanted to try, but I never got around to do so. This is something that I remember getting in a BoxyCharm, the Livido Age Away Replenishing Cream. And let me see something. Oh, so it is sealed. Maybe I should try this. What is this for the face? Let me see what this says. So benefits say no mineral oil. Oh, it's a lot of no stuff, but let me read the yeses. So it's herbally effective, organic ingredients, recyclable essential oils, cold pressed oils, vegan friendly, gluten free, and cruelty free. That writing is just so small. It says there's grapefruit seed, melissa, and avocado away replenishing cream. Jeez, the writing is so small. I don't even want to like read through it. I know this is something that I got in BoxyCharm. I haven't had BoxyCharm for like 2 years now, so that's gonna go. Same thing with this. This is something that I feel bad about these products, because skincare, I do like to try new skincare, but I just never got around to it. But this is something else that I had got from BoxyCharm, the Skin Regimen 1.85 HA booster. So it's a hyaluronic acid booster. I'm not really a fan of boosters. I want a product that's like kind of combined all in one kind of situation, so that I don't have to apply so many layers of things on my face. Like, that's why I have a hard time with like the ordinary products, because it's just like a basic ass, like, you know, this is just hyaluronic acid, or this is this kind of serum. I like my things to be concocted in a way that it works and it's beneficial. It has multiple benefits in it. That's how I feel about that. And this product, I feel bad about this one too, because I actually was using this. This is the Good Acids Pore Toner. I actually started using this toner, and then in place of it, I used the Saturday Skin one, and I used the Biossance one that I showed you earlier on in the video. But I was using this at first. First of all, I love the packaging. I love packaging like this. And I am a fan of Peach and Lily products. Y'all know I am a super advocate for my favorite, which is right over here. The Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. Guys, I'm all the way down here, y'all. Y'all know I don't be playing with my facial mist now. So I feel bad about this one. I did want to give it more of a try, but I just felt like the Saturday Skin one, it showed like more of an effect faster. So that's why I was using that one. And then if I wanted to go in with the more gentler, what is it, the exfoliant from Biossance, I would do that. So this one basically just got forgotten, unfortunately, and at this point it's like super old. This is another product that's like 2 or 3 years old, so that gotta go. Now, a lot of the rest of the stuff that's here in this pile, this is all samples. I think this is this is empty. I just was saving the container, because sometimes, you know, you never know, you might break something and you need an empty container. I'm actually probably gonna put that back in the drawer just because, but I know. Oh, I had also found like a little Ipsy bag and some of this stuff was in there, and I know I'm not going to use it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. But this is a Sand and Sky Australian Pink Clay Face Mask. Then I have the Juice Beauty Green Apple Pale Full Strength. That, I remember this was a sample from Ulta that I had got one time, and I'm scared of like pills and stuff like that. But the one that I do use, which I will be re-upping on when the Sephora sale comes around, this is Dr. Dennis Gross. See, Dr. Dennis Gross, that's the same person? Oh yeah, that was the same person that made the sunscreen. Let me see. I don't know, I just felt like it was just like a super thick texture, and it never like rubbed in. It took so long to rub in. I think that was my problem with that one. But anyway, like I was saying, this peel I will definitely use. This is the two-step peel that I be using. Yeah, so good. So I only have like 2 or 3 more sets left. So once the Sephora sale rolls around, I'll definitely be getting more of those. This is the Kate Somerville Serum. Something that I had got free, never got around to trying. Same thing with the Skin, the Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy. I think that was in the Ipsy bag that I had found. I don't really use too many Mario Badescu products anymore, besides like that facial mist. I use that to like wet my brushes and stuff, but other than that, I don't really get too much into the skincare. So this is a sample that I had from years ago at this point, and I know it's expired, so that can go. I never actually got around to finishing this Biossance serum. This is the Squalane and Phytoretinol serum. I'm iffy when it comes to like retinols and stuff like that, because I feel like they kind of expire. They're harsh on the face already, and I feel like since I had it so long, it like has to go, because I don't want to put it on my face anymore. So that's what this stuff is about. Same thing with this Shani Darden, which I believe is a black-owned brand up over at Sephora. I haven't tried this, but I do remember pumping it out once. So it's, you know, that's when the expiration really starts, when you actually pump it and use it. So I know that's expired as well. the Oula Henriksen Truth Juice Daily Cleanser. I never tried this, and I never tried this because I was really intentional about it, actually. Like, at first when it came out, I really did want to try it, but I remember their last product that I tried, which was the eye cream from Oula Henriksen. It broke me out. It gave me hella milia underneath my eyes. I'll never forget that experience. So I'm kind of leery of the Oula Henriksen Truth stuff now, even though I know that serum is the truth. Hopefully they haven't changed the formula, but I haven't been buying much from Oula Henriksen as of lately, just after that whole incident with the milia. I really did enjoy this, and only because I had it open, and I know it's probably old and expired because this is probably like 2-3 years ago as well. But this was the Utility Maki and Acai Prickly Pear Goji. This is their Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Oil. I really enjoyed this, but I just never finished using it. Oil for me is like a once in a while kind of thing. I don't put facial oils on my skin all the time. When I need that extra boost, or I want to like lock my skincare in that I had put on if I was going to bed or something, or before bed actually, because you can't lay down with oil on your face. You have to let it absorb in. But again, I'm not a person that uses oils on a daily basis, so that's how these end up going bad. But I did enjoy that. This is something else that I feel went bad, but this is the Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask from Fresh Beauty. I did use about half of the jar. And this one, I don't like as much as I like the rose mask that they have. I just find that rose mask is just so cooling. And I actually, after cleaning out my drawers, I did find another one basically of this size, the mini size of the rose face oil. So I'm excited about that. I'll definitely be using that as a hydration face mask. And then last but not least, this is something else that I had got from BoxyCharm. This is the Gold Fatten MD Bright Eyes. That's gonna go. This Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. I remember I actually used up one of the samples of this oil, and I did enjoy it, but I just feel like this one has been in my collection for so long that I'm not comfortable with putting it on my face or giving it to anybody to put on their face. A vitamin for D3, I guess. So, you know, get your vitamin D, y'all. But look, I'm not going to show y'all because it's back there and I don't feel like getting up. But my multivitamin is right over there. I used to use these Cleanse Whites by Lauren Napier. She is a Black-owned brand. And I used to see her when we used to do the makeup shows. If I did somebody's makeup, I would use this cleansing wipe just to go over their face, make sure it's like no dirt or oil on their face. Then I have like a whole bunch of these little packets stuck together. Packets and samples that I'll be swearing that I'm gonna use, and I don't. So these are all gonna go. Laura Mercier, Fasali, like, hello, Fasali been out of business for how long at this point? They're actually just about to make a comeback. So all these little things I never got to use, and they are gonna go. KSquad, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I want you to give it a thumbs up. Just let me know. And I'll be back with another declutter with you guys real soon. We're going to be doing those MAC lipsticks. I'm going to go ahead and pop up some videos here on the screen for you guys. Y'all know the deal. Check out some of my recent videos in case you missed a couple. Or if you are new here and you want to tune in and see more of what KSways has to offer, definitely click my face here on the screen. Subscribe to the KSquad. I would love to have you. And I hope to catch each and every one of you on the next video. Until next time, y'all stay blessed. Later, guys.